Good morning, stronger humans. I am out on my daily ruck. Did not wake up this morning, felt dead to the world after all the festivities this weekend, but it was a great time and we stayed on it and we did good. So I wanted to talk about a topic in catching up with posts on the stronger human community. I'm seeing a lot of people asking about consistency, how to fit it in their day. You keep falling off the bandwagon. Maybe it gets harder and harder to get back on. So they ask the question, how do I stop undoing the progress I make every week? How do I stop undoing the consistency that I keep maybe on the weekdays, right? So in reframing that, the weekend isn't necessarily where your discipline breaks or whatever that time is for you, right? I'm saying weekend, but that X is not necessarily when your discipline breaks. It's where the rest of that time, the rest of that week catches up to you. So 5 days a week you're performing, right? You're performing, and you're performing your life instead of living it. You're putting out tons of outputs, but you're not putting a lot of inputs back into yourself, right? So 5 days of I'll get to this later, and then later comes, the weekend comes, right? And you fall off. So there is a framework, it's called self-determination theory, and it has 3 pillars, okay? So one is autonomy, feeling like one can choose one's own path. Another one is a social aspect, the social connection with others. And then the third is a competence, like feeling capable in what you do. Okay? So in thinking about this, I feel that chronic frustration in any of these realms, in any of those 3 pillars, is what leads many people to unhealthy coping patterns, like comfort eating, drinking more alcohol, or drinking alcohol, period, or more and more passive screen time, right? So I think this is why people push themselves too much, and they're almost too restrictive and too disciplined during the week, or again, whatever that time is for you, X, until you crash out, right? Until you crash out. So the behavior keeps returning because the needs are not being fulfilled. Okay, so practical intervention isn't necessarily more discipline, but identifying the needs that are unmet during the week for you, right? What you're not putting back into yourself, and putting something on the calendar that addresses it before the weekend comes, before Saturday hits. What input are you not giving yourself during the week that you're trying to catch up on when the weekend comes, right? So reframing that question, how do I stop undoing my progress every weekend? I think a good reframe to that is, what need am I trying to fulfill that I'm ignoring the rest of the time?